Title: The Echoes of Harrow House. In the heart of the dense New England woods stood Harrow House, a sprawling mansion that had long been abandoned. Its grandeur had faded over the years, leaving behind a decaying shell draped in ivy and shadow. The locals whispered tales of its sinister past, but most dismissed them as superstitions. That is, until the curious historian, Amelia Ross, arrived. Amelia was known for her fearless approach to uncovering historical truths. When she learned of Harrow House and its enigmatic history, she was captivated. The mansion had once belonged to the Harrow family, renowned for their wealth and influence, but their sudden and mysterious disappearance a century ago left a dark stain on the town's history. Determined to unveil the secrets of Harrow House, Amelia arrived one autumn morning, the crisp air carrying the scent of falling leaves and a hint of something less natural. The mansion's imposing facade seemed to leer at her as she approached, its windows like vacant eyes watching her every move. The interior was as expected, a labyrinth of dusty rooms, cobwebs, and furniture covered in white sheets. But as Amelia explored, she noticed strange things. Faded portraits with eyes that seemed to follow her, a grand piano that played a melancholy tune of its own, and whispers that seemed to drift through the empty hallways. It was in the library that she found something peculiar. A journal belonging to one of the Harrow family members, Isabella Harrow. The entries were disjointed and frantic, filled with references to the voices and the darkness that waits. The last entry spoke of a ritual intended to free the souls trapped within. As the days passed, Amelia's fascination turned to unease. She began to experience unsettling occurrences, cold spots, flickering lights, and an overwhelming feeling of being watched. The whispers grew louder, forming fragmented sentences that hinted at something hidden deep within the mansion. One stormy night, as Amelia was poring over the journal, she discovered a hidden compartment behind a bookshelf. Inside was a small, ornate box adorned with strange symbols. The moment she opened it, a chill swept through the room, and the temperature dropped drastically. Inside the box lay a set of ancient, blood-stained letters and a single photograph of the Harrow family. Each member's face was obscured by dark smudges, except for one figure standing in the shadows, their eyes glowing eerily. The letters detailed a dark pact made by the Harrow family, a ritual intended to gain immortality, but at a terrible cost. The ritual had bound their souls to the mansion, trapped between worlds, unable to find peace. Realizing the gravity of what she had uncovered, Amelia knew she had to perform the ritual described in the letters to break the curse. But as she prepared to enact the ritual, the atmosphere in the mansion became increasingly hostile. The whispers grew into desperate cries, and ghostly figures began to materialize, their faces twisted in anguish. With trembling hands, Amelia followed the ritual's instructions, using the blood-stained letters and the symbols from the box to attempt the unbinding. The mansion shook violently, and a malevolent force seemed to rise from the depths of the house, trying to thwart her efforts. Shadows twisted into nightmarish shapes, and the very walls seemed to close in on her. In the final harrowing moments of the ritual, Amelia felt a presence behind her, cold and suffocating. She could see the figures of the Harrow family now, their forms distorted and their faces etched with pain. Summoning all her courage, she recited the last words of the ritual, and a blinding light erupted, filling the room with a searing brilliance. When the light faded, the mansion was silent. The oppressive darkness had lifted, and the air felt lighter, as if a great weight had been removed. Amelia was exhausted, but relieved. The curse had been lifted, and the souls of the Harrow family were finally free. As dawn broke, Amelia left Harrow House behind, her heart heavy with the knowledge of the horrors she had witnessed. The mansion stood as a relic of a dark chapter now closed, its sinister echoes silenced at last. But Amelia knew that the world held more mysteries and shadows, and she would carry the haunting memories of Harrow House with her forever.